أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي ربنا زدنا علما اللهم فقهنا في الدين آمين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh ya Ahlul Quran. I hope and pray that you all are in the best state of health and increasing state of Iman. Ameen. Okay, inshallah. Just like we have seen that Waw Sakin and Ya Sakin can be Huroof al Mad, these two letters can also be Huroof al Leen. What does Leen means? Leen means easiness, something which is pronounced by very ease, not making it so difficult, reciting it very softly is called as Leen. Okay, this Huroof al Leen. There are only two huruf al-leen, that is waw and ya. There is no alif here. Remember, in huruf al-mad there were three letters like alif, waw and ya, but in huruf al-leen there are only two letters. Okay, dear sisters, close your video. Sisters, video is on. Okay, I've closed it. Fine. Waw sakin and ya sakin can also be huruf al-leen, just like they were huruf al-mad previously. Okay, but for them to become a huruf al-leen, the letter before it should always carry fatha. Okay, in waw mad and ya mad, what we learn, if waw sakin has a letter before it carrying dhamma, then this letter with dhamma will be stretched for two haraka, right? And if ya sakin has a letter before it carrying kasra, then this letter with kasra will be stretched for two haraka, right? So this ya sakin and waw sakin acted as a mad letters, but now the ruling is completely different. Ya sakin, there must be a sukoon on it, that is a compulsory thing, or else they are just a huruf al-shafawi and huruf al-lisan. Okay, ya and waw with harakas are just huruf al-shafawi, and huruf al-lisan they must have sakin. And before that, if a letter has fatha, in both the cases, in waw leen and ya leen, the letter should have fatha. Then these waw and ya sakin are no more huruf al-mad, they are now huruf al-leen. Okay, what is the difference between huruf al-mad and huruf al-leen? Huruf al-mad are the long vowels. They were used to stretch the letters carrying fatha, dhamma, kasra, right? But these are not used to stretch the letters. Inshallah, these huruf al-leen will convert into mad al-leen. That we'll learn in the later on classes when we study mad al-fir'i, inshallah. For now, you just remember, when you see letters waw and ya in a sakin state and the letter before it carries fatha, then you have to recite it with leen. Leen means easiness. Okay, how do they sound like? For example, here there is a word hamza with fatha, and next there is a letter waw sakin. Now this is no more just a, now this is aw, aw, aw. Okay, pronounce it very softly, aw. And the haraka is, you can say it is just one haraka or 1.5, you can say. It can never be two. Okay, not even 1.5, 1 and just a quarter, because one haraka we are giving to the fatha a, and the deviation in the sound which we are doing aw, that just is pronounced for a little time, very little. You can say if you divide one haraka into 4 parts, then we're reciting it only for one part, 1/4. Okay, aw, aw. It should not be 2 haraka. As soon as we pronounce it for 2 haraka, this will convert into mad al-leen. Okay, mad al-leen. Fine. It should not be like aw, baw, taw. This is wrong. Not for 2 haraka. 1 haraka for fatha, then a little haraka, very small. You can say 1/4 for the waw sakin. Fine. That is called as waw leen. The sound is aw, aw, aw. Fine. And same thing with ya leen. These are called as waw leen and ya leen. Before it, this was waw maddiya, ya maddiya, or waw mad, ya mad. But now waw leen, ya leen. This ya leen is now pronounced like I, bai, tai, sai, jai. No stretching. It is not I, bai, tai. It is completely wrong. I, by, tai, sai, jai. You can just make it one haraka instead of writing one or more than that, but lesser than two. Just write one haraka because it is similar to that. We are just using a little time to deviate the sound downwards, like I and ow. Okay, alhamdulillah. So the mistakes which students do in this is pronouncing the sounds bit heavier. Okay, for example, ow is ow, it is not o. Okay, especially if you recite a word called khawfun. Khawfun, I've seen sisters reciting khawfun. Khaw, it is not ho, it is khaw. Khaw. Okay, and if you see any letter carrying ya sakin, you should not pronounce it like a. Especially I have seen when you do salam, assalamu alaikum, the sisters I have seen saying assalamu alaikum. It is not a, it is I. There are examples of English words also for Wawmad. It is just like house, south, mouth. Okay, ow. Okay, it is not like hose, moth, soth, right? It is not o, it is ow. In English, in Yalin, there are few examples in English. Dubai, I. Okay, I fly. It is not Dubai, it is not fly, it is not I. Alright, it should be I always. Alhamdulillah, not stretching more than one haraka. Make sure you will not stretch it for two haraka. Okay, as soon as you stretch it for two haraka, they will convert into mad al leen. But mad al leen has few rulings, like there should be waqf to do mad al leen, there should be arzi sukoon and all, which we'll learn inshallah in a mad al firaq classes. For now, just remember that if you see, if there is if there is waw sakin and ya sakin carrying a letter before it, has a letter before it carrying fatha. If waw sakin and ya sakin has a letter before it carrying fatha, then those letters will be pronounced in an easy way, because leen means easy. The deviation of voice takes place, like is not anymore, it is I and ow. Ow. You can see the sound is just coming down, right? Ow. Alhamdulillah. So let's recite all these letters once, inshallah. First I will recite, then you can repeat, because there are only two slides here. Yes, Yalin and Wawlin. Okay, important things to remember, inshallah, just like we learned in all the different classes. Write those points down, inshallah. The first thing is, don't stretch this. Okay, this should not be stretched for two haraka, it should be one haraka only. You can just write one haraka instead of writing one haraka with little more time. It is not required, just write it is for one haraka only. Okay, the second point is, even here the huruf which are heavy are heavy and light are light. For example, this is high, because it is a light letter, it is high. But this letter kho is not high, it is not high, it is khoi. You just cannot say jazakumullahu khairan. It is not khai, it is khairan. Khoi. Okay, it should be heavy. Same thing with all the letters sai and soi. Sai, soi. Dai, doi. Tai, toi. Zai, voi. Okay, the heavy letters are heavy. Ra with fatha is always heavy, and obviously in huruf al leen, ra will always carry fatha, right? Because in ya leen and waw leen, both the leens, the main important thing is should have a letter carrying fatha only. Fine, you can write your question in the chat box if you have any. Now I'll recite this, inshallah. Ay, bay, tay, thay, jay, hay, khoy. Day, they, roy, zay, say, shay, soy, doy, toy, voy. Ay, goy, fay, qoy, kay, lay, may, nay, way, hay, ay, yay. Okay, ya should be first pronounced with a lisan, yay. Okay, alhamdulillah. That is what it is about Yalin. It is very easy. Don't stretch for more than one haraka, inshallah, and it should not be lesser than one haraka also. Alhamdulillah. Now inshallah, let's see Wawlin. Aw, bow, taw, thaw, jaw, how, khaw. Daw, thaw, raw, zaw, saw, shaw, saw. Daw, taw, dhaw. Aw, ghaw, faw, qaw, kaw. Law, maw, naw, wow. How, ow, yow. Okay, alhamdulillah, it is exactly like fatha dhamma kasra, but deviating its sound bit down, like ow, bow, I, by. Okay, heavy letters are heavy and light letters are light. Difference is in ya mad and waw mad. For waw mad, before waw sakin, a letter should have a letter should carry dhamma, and in ya mad, ya sakin, before it the letter should carry kasra. But here in wawlin and yalin, the waw sakin and ya sakin should always have a letter before it carrying fatha only. Okay, fatha only. Alhamdulillah. So this is all about vowlin and yalin. Now I'll recite these words, inshallah. Just focus on the heaviness and lightness of the letters and also the duration of vowlin and yalin. Okay. قول قول فأين فأين الغيب عليه لا ريب نومكم بنينا بنينا فوقكم فرعون فرعون ليلها يرونها يومي. Okay, now I'll tell about mad al leen also, just for information. I'll discuss briefly here. Okay, what does mad al leen mean? Actually, while doing waqf, that is while stopping, there are few diacritics, like there are few vowels which will convert into sakin. Okay, if you find those vowels at the end of a word, for example, this dhamma, when we stop at this dhamma, when we do waqf, for example, you think this is the last word of an ayah, and at the ayah we have to stop, right? When we stop, we don't stop it like qawlu, but we'll add a sakin to it, because dhamma always converts to sakin. And if we add sakin and if it has waw leen before it, now this won't be like qawlu. Now we'll stop it like qawl, 2 haraka, or we can stretch it for 4 haraka, or we can stretch it for 6 haraka. There is a different kind of choices in Madalin. Either you stretch for 2 or 4 or 6. Okay, you may have recited in that way when you recite Surah Quraish. لإيلاف قريش إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف. See, صيف. We are converting the last letter into sakin, and that is why we are stretching it into mad al-leen. But now you just don't worry about it, because we'll have a different class for mad al-leen and mad al-arid li-sukun, inshallah, that you'll understand in that class very well. Fine. This was just for information that this ya leen and wawlin can also convert into mad al-leen. Okay, ya-leen with the mad and wawlin with the mad, inshallah. Mad means nothing but to stretch, right? So when we stretch this yalin and vowlin, they'll enter into a mad category. Alhamdulillah, this was all about huruf al-leen. And if you have any kind of doubts, you can ask. First, let's recite these words, okay? Inshallah, you repeat with me. قول فأين الغيب. Not ghay, it is not a ghay, it is a ghay. Ghay, ghain is heavy letter, right? Al ghaibi alayhi alayhi la rayba naumakum banayna fawqakum فرعون ليلها. See, this word, what we say, especially when we want to say Laylatul Qadr, which comes in Ramadan, what we say Laylatul Qadr. Layl, it is not Layl, it is Layla. Okay, Laylaha yarawnaha. Ra is heavy, it is not yarau, it is yaraw, raw. Yarawnaha Yawmi Okay, it is yawmi. What we say? Yawmul Jum'ah. We say Yawmul Jum'ah. That is the day of Jum'ah. We should not say Yawmu. It is Yawmul Jum'ah. Yawmul. Okay? Aw. Alhamdulillah. That's it. If you have any kind of doubts in this, you can ask. Alhamdulillah, we have completed 2 topics today. No doubts. Alhamdulillah. Barakallahu feekum. We have completed lots of topic actually. Tomorrow, inshallah, we'll learn Tanween, which is also very easy. Okay, I hope you're all understanding everything very well, right? Are you feeling difficulty in understanding? No, Alhamdulillah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for all of us. It is He who is making all the things easier because it is He who has chosen you all to learn His kalam. Alhamdulillah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala fill our hearts with noor of Al-Quran and may Allah increase us in ilm and amal. Ameen. Okay, so inshallah, let's end the meeting now. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. جزاكم الله خيرا.